Hello and welcome to our show, The Vent. It's show number 10, Sunday, May 15th. I'm Mel.
I'm Tony.
And we're just going to get right into it because we have a lot of things to talk about today. And I think you got the first story there, Tony.
I do. I got the first story because, as everybody knows, in good old Canada, we just finished off an election. And thank God it was a majority because we can hold off another 4 years minimum.
Yeah.
This election every year and a half or something. But having said that, Mel, and this is only in Canada.
Only in Canada.
Only in Canada can we have a leader of an opposition.
Joseph. Isn't he leaving politics?
Leaving politics,
Thank
right?
God for that.
But his party, if people don't know, is Bloc Québécois, whose only mandate is to break up the country.
I know, yeah, I can't understand that. He should be thrown in jail for treason. But what are we going to give him?
Well, I remember in school reading about Louis Riel. They hung him.
They hung him.
You know, and yet, but in, I guess, modern times now. You don't hang them now. No, now we give them $150,000 a year guaranteed pension.
No, wait. Is that a Canadian pension?
It's apparently.
Is that
a Canadian pension? Apparently,
he shouldn't accept it. He shouldn't accept it because he doesn't want to be part of Canada.
Yeah, he didn't want to be part of Canada. No, he always wanted to rip this country apart.
Yeah.
But when it comes time to put your head in the trough,
he's right there with the rest of
he'll
them.
accept the Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
To the tune of $150,000 a year now.
Apparently, he's not the only one.
Not the only one. Apparently, after this election, we have 18 now former MPs that will be receiving up to $100,000 a year in pension.
Where do I sign up for that?
I don't know, but we went wrong somewhere.
You know, like I don't know. 70% of Canadians don't have a pension.
That's right.
Private
70.
pension. 70%. But those people are paying for his pension.
Yeah. And the average CPP layout is payout is $6,000 a year. Yet a guy like this recently elected 19-year-old Pierre-Luc Dussault, if he wins one more election, by the time he's 25, he will receive $30,000 a year.
And you know what their excuse is for that?
What?
Well,
Okay,
they have to put their job on the line every 4 years.
What?
Not like you and me. I got to put my job on the line every day. I have to perform every day on my job.
Every job has been put on the line. What does that mean? What does that mean, man?
Every job.
Everybody 20 years ago, high tech. Well, high tech went for crap.
Where are their jobs?
Where's the jobs of people in pensions went for Nortel and Mytels and any kind of tels?
Yeah.
They don't get a guarantee. These people put their life on their job on the line every day.
These guys get guaranteed pensions.
They go to university.
My hard-earned taxes.
I just, it just dumbfounds me how people just sit back and take this shit. A guy whose mandate was to break the country up now.
Yeah.
Like what the hell did this guy do for me and you as Canadians? Except constantly, block any sort of work being tried to be done in
legislation, anything like that could have helped the country. He was just concerned about Quebec.
That's it. Quebec and causing shit in Parliament.
Outlawed that.
And then yet we're gonna give him $150,000 a year.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, you should thank us, Mr. Doucette. All right.
Holy moly! What's next, Mel?
Well, last show we were going to talk about climate change and what we think climate change is came about. And have a beer. And what I did is I drew a picture.
Oh, is this our electronic teleprompter?
Yeah, this is our electronic teleprompter.
Oh, let me see this.
All right.
Here we go.
There it is. That's a picture of the Earth with multiple poles. Now, the magnetic poles are moving. Yeah, magnetic poles, they move. We'll set that down for a second.
Okay.
I'm going to talk. They move, and right now they're weakening. Scientists don't know why, but they're weakening. They can monitor it, but they don't know why.
It's a natural phenomenon.
Yeah, it's a natural phenomenon. And what this does is this creates multiple poles around the world.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. And I think it's caused by how the magma flows and how the magma flows the tectonic plates and stuff like that. But anyway, and so what you might see is northern lights over Haiti. You bring that up there, yeah.
All right, let's talk about it.
You might see northern lights over Haiti. It all depends on where these poles end up being. You know what I mean? There's no control. No one knows where these poles are going to end up. All they know is that the two poles at the top and at the bottom they're weakening. That's what they can tell us.
Well, how does it affect the bird migration?
Well, that too. I mean, any type of animals or mammals, whatever, that use the poles as navigation, whatever,
Yep.
they're gonna get lost. They won't find their way home. They'll go to a magnetic pole that's closest to them or whatever, because they'll be lost.
Is that also going to affect my tom-tom?
You who?
My tom-tom.
It could be.
But
And and you have to ask, was there always snow in the North Poles?
I don't know.
North and South Poles?
Well, I wasn't around there.
Was it? There wasn't. There wasn't always snow there,
No.
right? And what they're finding is, as this snow is melting, they're finding artifacts that people actually lived there,
Right.
before there was even snow. So there wasn't always snow there. This is a natural phenomenon that's been happening,
Well, you know what? That can spawn a new industry, like a multi-purpose compass, one with 5 poles instead of north.
Well,
south.
you know what? You say that, but wilderness people and things like that, they know that the poles, the magnetic poles, do
Yeah.
move, and they
It's true
adjust.
north, yeah,
They
it's true
adjust.
north,
The,
and
yeah,
it's
magnetic.
magnetic north.
Well,
exactly.
we say that, but now there's a study has come out where Canadian crops could gain from global warming. Get
Right.
out. Yeah. They said, well, the rest of the world maybe, in losing all kinds of growth rates and stuff like that. It seems that the United States and Canada seems to be benefiting from global warming.
Oh,
Well, what they say. Yeah, that's what they say.
One thing is warm out there today.
I know, but now they say it's climate change, and these researchers and these co-authors, whatever, they ask a simple question: how has the average increase in global temperatures of 0.13 degrees Celsius per decade since 1950 affect yields on wheat and corn and rice and soybeans and all these crops that account for about 75% of the world's calories that I guess we consume?
Right.
They've taken all kinds of factors and this and that, farming practices, different soils, and exceptional years where they get exceptional crops and things like technology changes and
Yep.
stuff. But you know what? They had also had to take into account the fact that research shows that high levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere act, to some extent, as fertilizer.
Ooh. Does Scott know this?
I don't know. You know what? Maybe we should talk to Al Gore, because I don't think he knows that.
Well, so that goes to our last show. So they're trying to tell us so these big heads of the world want to tax us for carbon
dioxide. But you know what?
yet
Plants
now it's telling
need
us-
carbon
yeah, so now it's
dioxide.
telling us
Plants
that
need carbon
it's
dioxide.
good to have it.
Crops need carbon dioxide.
So
it's good to have
what-
that.
So are they going to? Do they know what they're doing?
No.
Does anybody know what they're doing anymore?
All they want to do is taxes. Taxes. That's all they want to do. Tax.
Yeah.
Tax.
So now they're telling us it's good fertilizer. Last week we're getting taxed on carbon emissions. What is going
We've
on?
got to reduce carbon emissions. I don't know.
You know what? They got to start. They got to stop the emissions of bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what's causing the world to be screwed out there.
Well, you know-
bullshit emissions.
Now that you mention
Holy
that,
frig.
I watched a program on the
Yes.
weekend that these scientists were baffled. They were in the Bermuda Triangle, down around that area, whatever, and they were studying cracks in the Earth's crust that were emitting millions of liters of methane gas.
Yeah, I think sure.
Methane gas, which is poisonous stuff, okay? And they were baffled by the fact that not only there was life there, but it was flourishing.
Which also could explain a lot of that Bermuda Triangle.
Exactly, because what they were saying is that the concentration of methane in the water could actually lose the buoyancy of boats and make them sink.
Exactly.
And that's what, you know what I mean? So
they lost planes. How much methane is being released?
but you know what?
No.
Yeah, exactly. How much methane is being released? But is that life is still flourishing there?
Yeah, no,
You know,
asshole from the hole in the ground.
But you know what? Once we realize that we are not the owners of this rock,
Yeah.
we are just its inhabitants for a short time.
Exactly.
We don't own this rock.
Don't think we do.
Okay?
Some
think we do. It's all right, whatever. But you know what? We're only
right.
here for a short time.
Yeah.
Natural phenomena are going to happen whether we're here or not,
Yep.
and life is going to go on
Without us, exactly.
without us.
What's next?
What's next? I
well-
think you have the next one. I'm done for a while.
Well, back to the gas price stuff, Nat.
Oh yes. Sorry.
I guess somebody in Europe has decided they're going to run a car, an old Chevy
yes.
El Camino, on wood and oil,
Yeah.
because the fumes produced by that are combustible.
Yeah. You know, they did that. They did that in the Second World War.
Yeah, it was popular when it was gas
It was
prices.
popular.
When gas
They
was
did
short of gas,
Yeah,
it was
you're right.
wood running engines.
You know, it's crazy that human beings have to resort those measures in this time of our
It's sad, you know.
technology that they have to do that.
Sad, and all because
of gasoline prices.
gasoline prices.
And you know now the US,
Unnecessary.
exactly, U.S. Attorney General there are calling government regulators and investigators to be on alert for incidents of fraud and manipulation, price fixing.
No way.
You know, go figure. You know?
Gas companies
And even
price fixing?
Yeah, and even
Whew.
even Canada was at their gas buddy whatever there were saying that the average price of gas went up when the price of barrel dropped drastically.
Well, last year at this time, world oil prices per barrel was like $150.
Yeah.
And we're paying 90-some cents a liter.
Or 90-some cents or a dollar
a liter.
Dollar a liter.
Now they're $100 a barrel, and we're paying $1.30 a liter.
What do you figure on
That
that?
doesn't make any sense.
You know, there's got to be some price fixing there somewhere.
They're just grabbing a number, throwing it against the wall, and hoping it sticks.
Yeah. Well, I you know what? I predict three things are going to happen. You're going to see from here. You're going to see in the next quarter. You're going to see profits from these gas companies out of this world. They're going to They're going to record profits that we've never ever. I don't think we can comprehend.
Yeah, well, I can't comprehend them now.
Yeah, exactly. Second thing you're going to see, I'm going to predict, is the government's going to come out and say, "Oh, our deficit."
Should I get your crystal ball?
No, yeah, maybe. Here's my crystal.
Crystal ball. Go. You can go to the playoffs.
You're going to see the government coming out saying, "You know what? Our deficit is only a third of what we."
Well, no kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. Because you know what? They're getting huge money from this high gas prices.
Exactly.
You know, they whine and complain about the Liberals and NDP saying, where are these people all going to get their money from? You know, all these the fund all these programs and stuff that they're gonna promise us. Well, you know what? We're finding out where the Conservatives are going to get their money.
Yeah,
from
higher
our
gas prices.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And what comes higher gas prices,
and number 3
comes higher inflation prices.
Oh, great, eh?
And the government, in their infinite wisdom, to control inflation, they'll raise interest rates to control inflation.
Wow.
Because they say, you know what, inflation's getting out of control, we got to raise interest rates to control that. You know what, you want to control inflation? Lower the price of gas.
That's it. It's never the benefit of them.
No.
Sorry, it's never the benefit of us. It's always the benefit of them.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
That's just crazy. On this last note here, before we sign off today.
Yes, please, because I'm getting too vented up here.
I was reading this thing here online. Let's get this thing working here. The police in New York questioned the IMF head.
New York's finest.
Excuse me.
Nice.
In a hotel sex assault. Here's the leader of the International Monetary Fund. Okay, this is a pretty smart guy.
I would think so.
You would think, and a pretty high official somewhere.
I would
He
think
was
so.
a candidate for the president of France at one time.
Man.
You know, and here's a guy that's has a sex assault.
What?
He's sexually assaulted a lady, a 32-year-old woman, in the hotel they were staying in New York. And this is not the first time it's happened.
Really?
No. Apparently in 2008, he was investigated over whether he had an inappropriate relationship with a subordinate female employee.
No.
The board found that his actions were regrettable.
Regrettable.
Yeah, and said it was a serious error of judgment. Well, you know what? Here's a guy who has a serious error of judgment with women. I think he has a serious error of judgment with the International Monetary Fund. The guy shouldn't be ahead of nothing. No. He's thrown in jail.
No, I don't understand when you are a lowlife, Joe Blow like me.
I gotta have another beer.
Okay, how come when we make a mistake, it's not what did they say it was? An error in judgment.
An error in judgment.
We're just jerks and we get sent to jail.
Yeah, you're a scum of the earth and you're sent to jail.
We have a high-profile job, and you do something like this. You have an error in judgment.
Yeah. Are you
These
kidding me?
guys can turn words around.
Yeah.
Holy
you sexually assaulted a female that didn't want your sexual advances.
If her co-worker had done that, he'd be thrown in jail. But this guy has an error in judgment.
Yeah.
And this guy's running the National Monetary Fund.
Yeah, and he got out of there in a hurry because he left his cell phone and a whole bunch of other stuff. Unbelievable, huh? But somewhere they'll think of some story and he'll walk away
crystal clear.
Crystal clear. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming out.
On that note,
cheers.